How you guys doing? As promised, I am here to give you my Best in the World 2013 for Ring of Honor live thoughts and TV taping live thoughts that just ended about 2 or 3 hours ago. Both shows were actually very good. The TV taping, it's gonna be a little bit harder to tell because of course, you're not gonna be able to tell how it comes off until you actually see it on TV because there's so much they can add, so much they can edit out. You never really know. But the pay-per-view, actually was very good. I think delivered right on about where I expected it to be. And I don't officially tell until I get to watch the show back, because seeing a show live is so much more different than seeing a show on pay-per-view or on anywhere else that isn't in person. So I'm kind of go off the top of my head here, trying to think about if I missed something. And before I actually get to that, I don't usually show my stuff, but I finally got the Kevin Steen signature on the Man Up DVD. He signed a Red ROH Generico, which is great. I got a ton of other signatures on the back because they only let you sign one item because the line was huge. So I got like Jay Lethal, Maria, CNC, and I think one more person. I got Kevin Steen, so there was 5 of them. And then I also bought the Unbreakable Michael Elgin best of set. If you want me to review it, I can for you guys. Might give me a little bit better motivation to watch it quicker, because I haven't done a review on here in about 1.5 years. So if you want me to do that for you, I can, even though it's been out for a couple months or so, I believe. But I still can review that for you guys. If you want, just leave a comment below if you'd like me to do that. So the opening match of the pay-per-view was BJ Whitmer and Mike Bennett. Pretty good opener. This is actually the only match of the night that I predicted incorrectly. But the reasoning for that, if I had known, which we found out at the TV taping, I probably would have predicted it correctly. But still a good match, or definitely a good opener, a pretty solid match. Made BJ Whitmer look pretty strong going into the Steel Cage Warfare match that ended up happening. So that was really nice to see. Then it was Tadarius Thomas and ACH versus the American Wolves. Great tag match. I think it's going to be somewhere in the very good star range, like 3.5, 3.75, right around there. Definitely impressive from ACH and Tadarius Thomas. The Wolves have not lost a step at all in teaming. I know seeing them team ever right now, because I know I like congruency in pro wrestling, so it's just like, do you promise to never team again? Or they said they never weren't going to team anymore, but now they're back to teaming regularly. I guess with not really either character not doing much and having their singles fun and singles run. I guess they can put them back together. But yeah, but it was definitely a good tag match, and I definitely don't mind the Wolves because I love both of them. So good match there. Then we had the third match. What was next? The one match in the card I'm forgetting. What was it after? After it was Elgin and Ciampa. And then we had the TV title match after intermission. The one match I'm forgetting. Wow. This sucks. Oh well, I'll probably come back to it if I can remember. Then we had Elgin and Ciampa right before intermission. This was Ciampa's breakout match in Ring of Honor. He looked great here. Elgin looked fantastic as always. Part of the reason why I got this set is just because I've been on his, I've been a fan of his just for so long, and I really wanted to, support him and get this. It was Roderick Strong and Adam Cole, the match I'm forgetting. And that was good too, with a little bit of a screwy finish, I guess, in a sense, but we all saw that coming, and they actually had another match this TV taping today, which I'll get into more. But Elgin and Ciampa, probably the best match of the night. It was definitely the best match live. I didn't know if it came off as well on iPay-per-view, but it was great stuff live. And it made Elgin and Ciampa both look strong, which is pretty hard to do with a clean finish. So it was really well booked too. Then we had, coming off intermission, we had the 3-way for the TV title. Oh my God, Scarlett Bordeaux was hot. Until I saw her in person, it does not do her justice. I believe Valerie Malone's the other one with her, and she's hot too. But I don't know what it is about Scarlett Bordeaux. She's just gorgeous. And actually Matt Taven hasn't done justice, because he's actually not a bad wrestler at all. He's over, and he's pretty solid actually. He made a fan of me this weekend. That is for sure. Lethal looked good here. Jacobs looks good. It was a weird finish, but one that worked and one that I saw coming because this has happened in a lot of Taven's title defenses. So didn't mind it at all. It was a different type of finish, so it gave it a different type of feel to this match. So I didn't mind it at all. Then we had the three-way tag match: Compton and Titus versus Red Dragon versus CNC. Man, this match was weird as well. It's hard to book a three-way tag match in a sense and make all three teams look even. So I think kind of CNC and in parts, all three teams took Rhodes back in a sense, and I didn't. It had like a disconnect between the fans, so fans were dead for a lot of this match. But it was still pretty good actually. When you have 6 talented wrestlers in there like that, you got to deliver on some level. So this is actually probably one of the worst matches of the night, which isn't saying much because every single match was at least solid. So then we had Steen and Hardy. This is turned into a no DQ match. I wish they'd done a little bit more with weapons. They didn't really truly bring the hate like I know they both could have. I guess they were trying to save that for Steel Cage Warfare, which they totally brought the hate there, and I'll get to that in a minute. But there's such great stuff between Hardy and Steen. I love what Hardy's doing in Ring of Honor. I really do. It's simple and works, and there isn't much thought to it, which is why I actually like it. Instead of having like something complex, it's like he's perceived as like just this veteran who thinks he's better than everybody. It's a simple gimmick. It's one that's been used before, but it's one that works. And then Steen has been a fan of mine for a long time, or I've been a fan of Steen's for just so long. And wow, it was great to see him today. I haven't seen him live since probably the last time I went to a wrestling show, which was last August before yesterday. But I hadn't seen him in that good of a match in a long time, probably since Final Battle 11. So great stuff there. Then we had the main event of Briscoe versus Briscoe. This kind of under-delivered in my opinion, but it was still pretty good. I was kind of expecting a better match though. They have their chemistry, and I think they would have trusted each other a little better, and that's why the high spots worked really well. But it was they built up for stuff. Then they went to their high spots, and there was kind of no in between, and then the match ended. So yeah, I guess I was kind of expecting something more a la what happened at 50th Year Festival finale, which that match I've said is one of the most underrated matches in Ring of Honor history. But we didn't get that. We got more of a title defense type match, which I'm fine with. It reminded me of his match with Adam Cole at Border Wars. It was definitely still a very good match, but when you have these two in the ring with each other and it doesn't happen all that often, I expect a little bit more. But still a very good show. I do recommend buying it on DVD, especially if you're a big fan of Ciampa or Elgin, since they were in the best match of the night. So I definitely recommend at least giving it a shot. It'll be worth your time. Hopefully the stream, I heard there was a problem with it. It might have actually completely died based off of what I heard, but definitely recommend at least checking out the Ciampa Elgin match. There was no filler on the card really at all, so you definitely should buy the entire thing on ROHWrestling.com. Definitely worth your money. And then the next, we went back today, myself and Papa went back today for the TV taping. They started off the first taping with, they had a pre-show match between 4 local guys who I knew, so it was good to see them. Then, what was the first match today, the TV taping? I want to say it was CNC versus Reynolds and Reynolds and Silver, who I hadn't seen since they competed at Evolve 10. That was a pretty good match, actually. Both of them looked very impressive, so I was very happy to see that. And then that set up, I guess, something that happened on the second taping. After that was... After that was, we had a Nigel promo, which was, he told us that Mark Briscoe could no longer compete in Steel Cage Warfare, which led out to bring out Kevin Steen. It was officially not announced that Kevin Steen was going to be the 4th guy, but it ended up being him. So Kevin Steen takes Mark Briscoe's place because of injury in the main event, which actually makes a ton of sense because of storyline. But that it ended up being him because Steen's just crazy over Ring of Honor. So we had that. Scum comes to attack Steen in the promo, and then after that, Team ROH makes the save, and I guess we go to commercial at that point. But it seems like they're starting to accept him, but they officially haven't said yet. Then we had Mischief versus Veda Scott. Veda was actually pretty impressive. I didn't know she had that good wrestling ability, but especially with someone like Mischief, I guess you can pull a good match out of you. This is actually the first time I had seen Mischief live, so it was really great to see as well. Good stuff. Then we had Adam Page versus Silas Young. Both guys were really impressive. I think that both will get bookings in the future, and that'd be great. But great TV match. This brought Kevin Kelly to his feet, so this is a very unexpected, very good TV match. So I was very happy with that. Then we got the main event of the first TV taping of Matt Taven versus Eddie Edwards. Your basic stuff here. Taven's a good wrestler, led by the Hoopla Hotties. I've already talked about how hot I think Scarlett Bordeaux is. Still is true here. No wardrobe malfunctions today. But that's all right. But Taven made even more of a fan out of me in this match. He did very well this weekend. I was very impressed by him, and so Taven retained. So that was actually a pretty good match. Then we started episode 2 with the grudge match between Tommaso Ciampa and QT Marshall. Good stuff here, definitely. Tommaso is just getting better and better and better. QT kind of impressed me here. He's not that great, but he works with someone like R.D. Evans. So, and he, does deserve a spot on the roster. As of right now, I don't know how many bookings more he's going to get, but he held his own here, so I was very impressed. Prince Nana did make his return here, and it appears he might have something more to do in Ring of Honor, so we'll be waiting to see about that. Then Mike Bennett came out and squashed. I didn't even catch his name. He was so quickly. The match was over so quickly. And it appears that Bennett and Maria are going to the WWE. Bennett basically, after the match, attacked Cheeseburger and then attacked Brutal Bob and said the Prodigy is dead. So I'm thinking that's probably it for him in Ring of Honor. If so, I think he could do well in WWE. Maria, they've been needing a diva like her since she got fired. So good for her to go back there. Then we had a Jay Briscoe promo, which was very, very short, which basically said, because he got injured in the Briscoe versus Briscoe match the night before as well, but it said that he's not 100%, but he's still going to beat Matt Hardy. Basically what the promo was. Then we got the World Tag Team title match between Red Dragon and CNC, just them two this time. About halfway through the match, we had Compton and Titus, the American Wolves, and then Adrenaline Rush just brawling on the outside. So it turned out to be like a 5-team brawl at the end of the match. Red Dragon did retain, and it looks like we might be setting up a future CNC versus American Wolves match again, because they got in a heated confrontation at the end of this one. So that ended the second taping. Then went into the third taping. It was supposed to be Adam Cole versus another indie guy that I didn't even catch his name. And then it turned out to be Roderick Strong versus Adam Cole. And again, this is another good match, but another weird finish. This seems like this is the trend. I don't know what they're trying to do with Adam Cole here. If you're going to turn him heel, this should be done already. If you're laying just in limbo, whether he's going to go to WWE or not, because that has been rumored, I think that it just needs to, pull the trigger already. I don't see what pulling him in limbo between face and heel really does with Adam Cole at the moment, or Roderick Strong for that matter. So basically, this weird finish was caused by a ref bump. So it's still a good match though, and two very good wrestlers going at it, and which I don't ever will ever mind. So that's good. Then I guess this is gonna be a very storyline driven show because we only had 2 matches on this one, but the second one being Jay Briscoe versus Matt Hardy in for the world title. I actually thought a couple times they did a very, very good job with this match. I actually thought a couple times Matt Hardy was going to pull it off, and I'm like, they're not actually going to do it. I think Jay kicked out of 3 Twist of Fates, one with a small package, but Hardy was attacking Briscoe's shoulder. He did a very good job working on it. It sold me, So with that said, after that we had another Scum versus ROH brawl to set up Steel Cage Warfare, and Scum dominated this brawl. They laid out the Briscoe brothers and just laid them out, left them for dead. But then, so that ended taping 3. And then taping number 4, main event, of course, Steel Cage Warfare. But before that, we had the American Wolves taking on Mike Sydal and a partner of his where they had matching tights. So Mike Sydal and him might have future bookings in Ring of Honor together. They might be heels. So who knows? I didn't catch the other guy's name, but he was impressive and complimented Mike Sydal very well. So then we actually went, it was about a 30-minute delay to set up the cage, if not a little bit longer. But then we got Steel Cage Warfare, a great sight to see live. My printer acting weird, whatever. But Team ROH represented by BJ Whitmer, Jay Lethal, Michael Elgin, and then Kevin Steen versus the Scum team of Jimmy Jacobs, Rhett Titus, Clem Compton, and Rhino. This was very, very, very interestingly booked, and it worked. Delirious went out there for this match and, we did something a little different, but it worked, and I was very, very happy to see that. Jacobs and Whitmer were the first 2 out. It was really, actually, really great to see these 2 go at it. But with that said, then coming out next was Rhett Titus, then Michael Elgin. BJ Whitmer was eliminated at that point. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but this is a match that has to be seen to be believed. This is the best match I've seen live, based off of how Ciampa and Elgin ends up. One of those 2 since Carino and Steen Final Battle 2011. Those are the 2 best matches of the weekend, and I'd say that Steel Cage Warfare was better than Ciampa and Elgin. This was a fantastic match. So much storyline, so many great moves, just, so much. It didn't ever feel like a clusterfuck. It felt very important. You felt yourself rooting for Ring of Honor because, of course, Scum doesn't want to win. And I really, really enjoyed myself. This was really, really awesome to see Steel Cage Warfare from the second row. And I'll probably be all over television for those 4 weeks. So, but at the end of the match, obviously, hate to go with a spoiler, but I'm actually not going to do it. But just has to see to be believed. I don't know at what point they're going to cut off the show for television, but you have to tune in whenever this episode airs. Going to be such great stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.